All right, boys and girls, in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience selling on Amazon as a Canadian. I am I'm 4 months into the journey, 4-ish months into the journey. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what it's like. So if you're on the fence of joining it, if you want to know information, if you want to know what it's like, and you're Canadian and you want to hear it from a Canadian, because I know there's not a lot of Canadian stuff on YouTube, it's mostly American. I'll tell you what it's like. I'm going to tell you my exact numbers, how much I made to date. And then I'm going to go more into a discussion, just talking about what's good about it, what's bad about it, just overall how I feel about it, tips I would have to give you if you're getting into it. What I won't do in this video is be very technical. I'm not going to tell you how to set up an account. I'm not going to be all technical on how to do this and how to do that. This is going to be a normal, casual talking discussion video where I just talk it over as if you're my boy and you said, yo, Thomas, how are you doing so far? Run it through me, and we're at a bar shooting this shit. That's how this video is going to go. So let's get into it. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you kind of understand what selling on Amazon is like and what the name of the game is, but I'll just give a quick, brief overview. So basically, what Amazon FBA is, fulfilled by Amazon, that's what FBA stands for. What it is basically everything you see on Amazon that you buy, sometimes it comes from Amazon and Lego and these big distributors and these big brands that are the products that you're buying. But sometimes they come from people like me. I'll go to the store, find something for $5, add it to my Amazon catalog, wrap it up, put it in a box, bring that box to UPS. UPS brings that box to the Amazon warehouse, and then I can list it on Amazon for $20. Now they take their fees, and after their fees are done, whatever's left in profit is mine to keep. So that's pretty much the name of the game. Find things for cheap and then sell them more on Amazon. Sell them more on Amazon to where you can turn a profit. And you don't store any of this inventory at your own house. Once you get the products, you add it to your catalog virtually, and then you ship them all out to the Amazon warehouses, which is a very simple process. Once you get into it, it's very simple. But that's the best part. You don't hold on to any inventory physically in your own house. Your house is not cluttered. You get to use Amazon's Prime shipping and their whole logistical infrastructure of how the shit's run, basically. So your stuff is eligible for Prime. Like you're using their whole system. All you got to do is find the products and send it out, and find good products that when they sell, they give you enough of a profit. You can't be buying products. Well, you can be buying products and then selling them for a loss, but that's where doing your research and using various softwares come into play. All right, so I started December 2023. About halfway through December 2023, I made my first sale. In December, I sold about $800, 800 and change worth of revenue, and I did not turn a profit. In January, I think I sold around $2,500 total revenue, did not turn a profit. In February, I'm pretty sure I sold around $3,300 in total revenue, and I did turn a profit of $68. And then in March, last month, I actually have it on my screen right here, I sold $5,200 and change, about $5,200 in total revenue, and I made a profit of $445. And now in April, it is April 23rd. So far in the month, I've sold about $3,700 worth of revenue, with $77 in profit currently. And my projection for this month is to sell around $5,200, again, just like last month, but with a little bit less profit of $322. That's just a projection that the software I use gives me. So December, January, no profit. February, finally a little profit. March, good, better profit. And then now I'm less profit. Why? So the numbers I gave you are real, but they don't tell the full story. And this is what I mean by that. I purchased, to date, I've purchased 3 courses, but when I first started out, I purchased a course that was very expensive, about $1,500. And I chose to pay it off over 12 month installments, so 12 installments. So every month I got charged $100 and something for this course. And I purchased some other software, and I purchased another course that is on a monthly payment structure as well. So let's say I treat these as a business expense. So let's say you take the courses I purchased out of my business expenses, I probably would have turned a profit January, February, March, and April. I probably would have turned a profit into January. December, I might have still been in the negatives because of startup costs. So if you take away the courses, then yes, I'd probably have a little bit of a profit every month, and I'd have a lot more profit last month and this month, because this month I just bought a new $400 course that I'm paying in installments. That's why my profit's a bit lower. But if you took out all the courses for my business expenses, then yeah, of course I'd be much more profitable. I'd probably be $100 to $250 more profitable every month, because that's about how much per month I pay for these courses. Now, I'm a fan of courses. I'm a fan of paying for information, so that's why I bought them. I don't regret buying them. Actually, one of them was eh. One of them was really good. One of them I've yet to start. One of them was eh. And if you guys want more information on which courses are good and stuff like that, let me know in the comments. That's a topic for a different video. But I'm happy I got them and at least got through them. They did teach me a lot of things, and eventually will lead to more returns down the line in the future because I bought them. So, Amazon FBA in Canada, is it worth it? Should I do it? Is it easy to make money? Well, it's kind of easy. Like the act of actually just going to the store, buying something, bringing it home, packing it up in a box, driving it to UPS, and then have UPS drive it to the Amazon warehouse, and then you clean your hands, and then you just wait for you just check your app and you wait to see when sales roll in. Like it's pretty simple to actually do. The hard part about it is finding good products to sell. And you do that by, I'm not going to get technical, but there's softwares and there's YouTube videos and there's ways that people utilize to basically go and find profitable products that you can sell for a lot higher than you purchase. So it leads to the largest ROI on your investment, leads to the largest margins. And that's basically the name of the game. Find as many profitable products as you can and keep growing your catalog on Amazon. And just by sheer volume and mixed with some good profit margins, you should be able to make healthy amounts of income or healthy amounts of profit every month, let's say. Now, starting up, so if you're asking what are the startup costs, is it hard to get into? Well, I would like I said, I would suggest one of the courses I bought, which is really good, to just get you up and rolling. Let's say if you want to do this, you could do it off YouTube research, but I like doing a course because it's more structured and everything's there exactly how I need it. But basically, there's not really much startup cost. To start it off, you have to buy basically a scale to just weigh your boxes when you send them into Amazon. You have to buy some tape guns, the actual cardboard boxes themselves, some stickers, some labels, basically everything that goes with shipping a product and sending it out. That's the startup cost. There's a few softwares that you do need, which are like $20 a month or $100 something a year. Another one's also like less than $50 a month. There's probably like 2 or 3 that are an absolute must. That total will probably be a few $100s in software that you need for this. So between the shipping products, the few $100s of software to actually get off the ground and just actually start running from ground zero with no fancy courses and no fancy extras, probably maybe three to $400 total, just to have the shipping items in your basement, the tape and everything you need to physically ship, and a few $100s worth of software. So maybe $300-400 total just to get in the door, just to actually start. Now you need more money to go to the store and buy your products with, but that's a different problem. So it's very low barrier to entry, very simple. It's just tedious. It's very tedious. You have to spend lots of time on your computer finding products. You could go hours without finding something. And someday I'll go on, try something new or switch up where I'm looking, and bang, I find like 5 or 10 that are great within only a few hours. So, it's like fishing. Some days you go, you have a great day, you catch a bunch. Some days you go, you catch nothing. But if you trust in the process and if you stick with it, over time you will see results, because it's not like you can't keep doing this forever and just keep sucking forever. Eventually you're going to find better ways of doing things. You're going to find areas and stores you like to source from, and you're just going to get better at it. One thing that's really helpful in this business is networking and having community. So along with the courses I bought, those courses allowed me to get into communities, and there's also tons of free communities that I use. And in those communities, people ask questions and people will answer questions, and the community is very helpful with Amazon sellers. If you have any questions that has to do with your account and problems that occur in your Amazon career, you ask them on these forums. There's so many people that are doing way better than you that have had this problem before, that they're always there to help you with the answers. So that's really good. There's a lot of good support in this community. I've met a few people that I talk to regularly. We discuss about Amazon selling, and we help each other. We don't tell each other the products we're selling, but we just discuss regularly. I'm in a group that meets every Monday night virtually, and we just discuss our problems and talk about things that are going on and how we can, just like keep it in the low, keep your ear to the streets. And I really would suggest that you get in these communities, you start networking with people and talk to people, because it's a team game. It's so much better knowing that you have people that you could ask if things go wrong, or if you're just curious about stuff. And some of these people that I've talked to are doing millions of dollars of revenue a year in sales. So they're probably making like $100K profit, some more, some less. Like some people are doing crazy numbers. So it's reassuring when I'm doing this. And I get a little discouraged sometimes to know that, hey, just suck it up and keep going, because there's people out here making a killing. So if they're doing it, you can do it. Like, it can be done. That's the good thing I like about this is there's no shortage of resources via courses, via online communities. So there's no excuse to not know something. You could always find a way of finding out by asking people. And there's no excuse to just, like, there's nothing stopping you from actually finding the products. You just got to sit at home at your computer desk and put in the work. Whether you want to do that or not is up to you. But it's not like you got to go out and do some crazy shit. Like, you just sit at home and do it. You can go out and do it. There's different ways of finding products, but the main one I'm doing, which I'm doing right now, is sitting at home on my laptop. I just get a coffee for a few hours. I'm just going through, having the things I usually do to find these products, but I find them. Now I can make other videos about how I source and stuff later, but like I said, this is just a rant talk video. I'm trying to think if I mixed anything. Community's good, not much startup costs. I said basically what it's like. So I think I got pretty much a general overview of what it's like to sell on Amazon. I would say if you could have 2 hours a night, you could make considerable progress in this endeavor. If you dedicate 2 hours a night or a day, or even 1 hour a day, you will make progress on a month per month basis. Like, you will see improvements month per month. You don't need to put 10 hours a day, but you also can't be putting in half an hour a day and getting mad that you're not getting the numbers you want. Ideally, I'd say honestly, if you could put 2 hours a day, then you will be making good progress on a good, like, pace. Like, that's proper. More than 2 hours, great, that's awesome. But if you could hit 2 hours a day of sourcing, which means finding new products and or handling other parts of the business once you get there, like, I think you'd make great progress. And the one thing about selling on Amazon is selling in Canada is a little bit less lucrative than the US. So there's a few million less products available on Amazon.ca versus .com. There's a lot more better deals and sales. Like, the US has a lot better, like, crazy deals, crazy coupons, Black Friday, all these crazy things that people can, like, really get stuff for really cheap and then sell it for a great profit. So I say the US market is more lucrative because there's more opportunity. There's more opportunity for better sales and deals that you could then flip. And if you look at the stats, which you will once you get the software that shows you, the stuff on the US site, Amazon.com, just flies off the shelves so much more. Things, it'll say, like, how much times it'll sell a month. You'll see things $10,000 a month purchase, $2,000 a month purchase, $5K a month purchase. On Canada, the most I've seen is probably like $2K a month purchase, $1K a month purchase. There's a lot less products on the Canadian website, and the Canadian website moves product a lot slower. There's not as many people buying because the US is just such a bigger country, and I guess stronger economically or whatever. But so their site is much more lucrative. But the Canadian site is still good. Like, I'm still making money. I still know people who are doing millions of dollars of revenue in a year on the Canadian site. So it's still very lucrative. And what you learn doing it on the Canadian site, you can pretty much almost do one for one selling in America. Now, as a Canadian selling on the American site without actually living in the US, there'll be a couple hoops you got to jump through. But the process, if you learn how to sell on Amazon.ca while living in Canada, it's pretty much the same thing as someone living in the US and selling on the American side. So most of it's the same. So if you watch YouTube videos and content from American creators, a lot of that stuff is transferable and does work. Some things they have, we don't, because just, it's the US. They have more features there. But for the most part, if you could do it in Canada, it's pretty much the same thing in the US. There's just a few extra hoops you might have to jump through because of cross-border shipping and stuff like that. And my eventual goal is to sell in the US. So once, I think I want to hit at least 10K a month revenue in Canada, which that's revenue. So that would be maybe $1,500 to $2,500 of profit a month. Once I get there, then I'm going to start to try to expand and look in the US. But until I get there, I'm going to keep selling in Canada. So right now I'm selling about 5K a month on average based on last month. And now this coming month. So I should be selling around 5K a month and greater come May. So that's the video, a little bit of a rant. If you guys have any other questions about what I've said, leave a comment or hit up my Instagram. I'm going to try to be active on this account, and I'm going to use this account for basically just documenting my progress, just documenting what's going on, talking about it. I would like to look back on this when I'm making big bucks doing this. So I'm not going to be super technical on this channel. I might, but this is just going to be more of like a conversational, like how's it going on? And I'm going to give tips along the way as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.